Welcome everyone, this is Hypnoser, and that is our first presentation after the declaration of Hypnoser Gaming Worldwide channel and the 300 subscriber milestone. Today we're going to talk about the topic of technological trinity and the very early beginnings of the technocratic order. Let's begin. So these are the four topics that we will mention today, and then we will sum things up for what we've told. Okay, so what is the technological trinity? Let's start by showing the figures of that trinity. Let's start with the most important one, the Leonardo da Vinci, which started the technological order with his inventions. Then we have the Martin Luther of Wittenberg, which removed the barriers, regulatory and religious, for technological development. And we have Johannes Gutenberg, which popularized printing, which essentially started mass content creation that we see today. Here we have also some examples of the inventions of Leonardo da Vinci, like the helicopter, parachute, armor car, or giant crossbow or machine gun. Okay, so as we stated earlier, the other two guys removed the barriers and started massive content development. Okay, so now for the conspiracy theories, because let's look at the dates. Those guys are essentially from the 15th century, so full-blown late medieval. So when somebody gets revolutionary ideas so early, it is natural that this brings some conspiracy with it, because such people are often misunderstood by the old system. So to clear things out, we will show the most probable version of events that happened at that time. Keep in mind, this is theory by the channel. For more details about those individuals, it's worth checking the encyclopedia or scientific sources. Okay, so what most probably happened is that in the 15th century, three individuals had game-changing ideas. However, they realized that challenging the systemic structure to implement those ideas is connected with huge costs and huge risks. But even though it was costly and risky, they decided to move forward with the idea because they thought that it was magnificent enough for those costs to be taken. Okay, so the outcome of their system was 500 years of this technocratic order, and this order has replaced the traditional religious order. Now, let's quickly compare those two orders. So first order was a largely hierarchical one, where the priests hold the keys to writing, reading, and knowledge. On the other hand, the technological order, the knowledge was much more popularized and individualized. The old order based on Latin, since it came from the Roman Empire. Yes, and control. That is also true. With mass printing also there came multiple national languages. When the Bible was first printed in national languages. Okay, so first type of economy was feudal, and the other economy is capitalistic to a large extent. However, of course, capitalism also has its drawbacks. It's not a perfect system, but that might be the story for another day. Okay, so the previous order was shaped by spiritual salvation and the promise of eternal life in the world after death. But this order, technocratic order, was based on achievement and scientific inquiry. Here it's written that it's human achievement. However, the word technocratic suggests that it's more like machine achievement than human achievement, but let's give this table some credit, because the humans have started this achievement. Okay, so where do those orders come from? It turns out that both orders actually come from the same state, called the Roman Empire. During the time when the Christian order was made, it was simply Roman Empire, and now here what we have is Holy Roman Empire of the German nation, because it's the Germany that started leading the new Roman Empire, especially after the collapse of Constantinople around that time. Okay, but that's a story for another day again. So, if both orders come from the same Roman Empire roots, does that mean that the clash between those orders is simply a civil war inside the same empire? No, that's a question to be asked, and again a story for another day. But now let's sum up what we've said so far. So the Trinity contains of Leonardo da Vinci, Martin Luther and Johannes Gutenberg. The technological order shaped by the technological Trinity lasts for 500 years till now. And as we said, it was shaped by the Roman Empire. We examine the process of challenging systemic structures and compared religious and technocratic order. So, thanks everyone for watching. See you then.